r/askreddit, not to mention your age, what was your first movie in the cinema? Me too. My first as well. The thing I remember most is my father covering my eyes when the T-Tex 8 Gennaro. Too old to remember. I'm not very old at all, but I have zero fucking clue. I was super young, probably a baby, and my grandma took me to the discount cinema, dollar theater, so often as a tiny child. It depends wildly on how old you were the first time you went, but I reckon a lot of people would have been way too young to remember. I wouldn't even know where to start guessing. Girls on the side or boys? I'm old, too. But I think I remember, Mary Poppins. Lion King. But the first movie I begged my parents to go to was the Spice Girls movie. I think same for me. Probably the one I first remember at least. But I think I'd probably been to others before. I think I maybe went to Free Willy, but not sure. Star Wars. Return of the Jedi for me. What a great first exposure to cinema. E.T. Phantom Menace was the second film I ever saw. I fell asleep. Laddie-Hawk. Hell of a first movie. Brother Bear. Same. Emperor's New Groove. At a drive-in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That wasn't my first, but it might have been my first favorite. Walt Disney's Robin Hood. Hello, my furry friend. And oh Lally. Same. Cousin still makes fun of me for being scared of E.T. But watch that movie and tell me the brown bastard ain't creepy when he screams. I love this movie. I remember picking out the tape from the library over and over again. I think my mom may have bought for me. Watched it with my youngest when she was 10 or so, since Disney Plus carries it. Still a great film, although very short. Snakes don't walk, they slither, HMMMPH, so there. First one I definitely remember seeing is The Little Mermaid. It's possible I saw Honey, I Shrunk the Kids before that, but I only have a vague recollection. The Princess and the Frog, 2009. I was a little black 4-year-old girl. Practically blew my mind that they had black princesses. Born Free, and I was agog from start to finish, loved it. TMNT. Finding Nemo. That's the first one I remember seeing too. The jellyfish scene terrified me. Pretty sure I saw earlier Pixar films at home before Finding Nemo, though. Apparently my parents took me to see How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which would be the very first film I saw in theaters. The live-action one. And I kind of remember being in the theater for Lilo and Stitch, but I don't remember actually seeing the movie. That I remember, Oliver, the movie musical. 10 cents to get in, 25 cents to spend at the snack bar. Fast forward and it still costs 2.5x the amount of your ticket to get a box of Junior Mints and a Coke. Me too. And on the drive home I was convinced he was on the roof of the car hitching a ride. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Me too. E.T., but according to my mom I freaked out when E.T. got sick, and had to leave the theater. I have never tried to watch it again. It takes a dark turn after that. E.T. kills them all. Even the younglings. And he hates sand. I may have this memory mixed up with something else. You should really try it again, it's a classic with a good ending. Same. E.T. scared the shit out of me as a kid. They played it again in middle school and I still didn't like it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Star Wars. Babe. It was about a pig, but I don't remember much else about it. Me too. I was a toddler and managed to fall out of my chair and scream like a lunatic while E.T. was dying. That'll do, Aslocast. That'll do. The pig talked. I think it was Bolt. Oh my god, that came out in 2008. I'm baffled that I remembered it. You're so young. That is the first one I remember seeing too. But it was released in 2009 where I lived. I went to see another movie Over the Hedge a few years prior but have no memory of it and I apparently fell asleep during it. Lawnmower Man. Ghostbusters, original. The Og. I don't remember any movies in the cinema prior to Star Wars. Battlestar Galactica was in the drive-in. Might have been a Disney movie prior, maybe Fantasia, because my dad is a fan of that movie. I was young 1977. Batteries not included. I have this vague memory, I'm sure my young mind twisted some facts or how it happened exactly, but but the way I remember it is watching my dad try to fix our VCR, unable to, and announced that we were going to see batteries not included, and I thought it was going to be a film showing him how to fix the VCR. Same, I cried my eyes out when E.T. went home. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Damn, I got raised as a Potterhead. Mary Poppins. Ice Age. I don't know which part, but it was Ice Age. To remember it because my best friend had a birthday party that day and we went to the cinema for the first time. The first one I have any memory of was Howard the Duck. But I couldn't tell you a single thing about that movie. The first one that I have any useful memory of is Oliver and Company. Oh my goodness, Oliver and Company is mine too. I vaguely remember going to see The Hunchback of Notre Dame with my aunt and cousin. Mulan. I think it was the live-action Peter Pan. Ice Age is the first I remember. The Lion King. Jurassic Park. Pete's Dragon. Traumatized. I think it was Robots. Godzilla vs. Megalon is the first I actually remember. From what I can remember, Beetlejuice. Same, I was young and the raptors scared the shit out of me. Hey ya.